There you go. See how I was saying that spin? You want that to be spinning. What's the deal, man? We back. Excuse my neighbors, they bumping some music right now, but we're gonna shoot this video, man. Real quick video on how to get the G-body AC working. You're gonna have to replace a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna show you how to get it on the road, and I'm gonna show you what's important and what you really need to do, AKA spend some money. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All right, so this is my 86 Cutlass. Well, I'm gonna show you real quick. That's her right there, 442. So, what you wanna start off with? You wanna go ahead and replace the condenser. So the condenser is in front of the AC unit, in front of the radiator. You see it is black in there. So that black little thing that look like a radiator, that's called a condenser. Go ahead and replace that. Replace all the lines if they have any type of leaks or anything in it. So I replaced one line. I just replaced this top one. The hard line that doesn't have any rubber on it, I didn't have to replace, it was good. So that was already good. Replace this line, replace the compressor, brand new belt, everything like that. This is the accumulator, replace that as well. You also want to replace these gaskets. So that gasket really doesn't make a difference, but so your system is R134, originally R12, so you want to convert it over. So this piece right here is what converts it over. All it is a nut that goes on top of a screw, basically, or a nut that goes on top of a fitting. So put this new fitting on, that's gonna convert that low pressure, and then what converts to high pressure is this one right here. So you just put that new adapter on, make sure you keep the caps and put the caps on it. I replaced the dryer that's inside of here as well, and I went ahead and replaced the heater core while I was already in there. Might as well. It doesn't really help the AC, but you already in there, you might as well replace everything. So this is how I hooked up if you want to see which side goes on what, this the cords, the factory cords that comes to power the clutch or power the compressor and the clutch here. So one major important fact about it, all the information you need to know is on this sticker right here. So if you see right here, you probably can't see it, but look on your car. It says 3.25 pounds. So you have to do the conversion. You want to put 3.25 pounds of R134 in the system. Once you start charging the system, the clutch is going to start actuating. It's going to cut on, it's going to cut off, cut on, cut off. So if it keep cutting on and cutting off, that's good. That means it's charging and you taking in Freon. Freon. You're taking in Freon and your system's starting to get ready. But in order for it to be full, it took me like 3 or 4 cans of R134. This is gonna stay running consistently. Once this continuously runs, that means it's good. You want it to stay on. So if the AC on, this is always gonna be engaged. If it keeps cutting on and cutting off, it's not enough pressure in the system and you need to keep charging. But your gauge on your AC little fitting should tell you how much Freon you got in there. Another thing you're gonna have to do, you have to put in oil, so some PAG oil. You gotta look up the specifics, I don't know. Type in your car, make, model, but you need to put PAG oil, PAG oil, inside of the compressor so the way the compressor doesn't burn up while it's running. All right, so that's all up front. Again, replace this, also replace the blower motor so that way you get a good airflow inside the cabin. I went ahead and replaced this. I replaced this fitting right here. A lot of this stuff you're gonna have to look up. All the relays, I replaced them. Basically, you spending money. If you see a part, and if you can't find out what a part is, just screenshot it, go to Google and circle this piece and it'll tell you what it is pretty much. But if you got the book for your car, it should tell you all of that. So that's pretty much it up front, I think. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything. Oh yeah. So a lot of y'all might know that the vents don't work, or like, okay, let's go inside. All right, So some people have issues where it's only blowing on the floor. It may be only blowing on the floor, or it may be blowing just defrost. So in order to get the vents to blow, it's a mechanism in here that comes up, it comes up and comes down. Comes up and comes down while you if you turn it to vent. So you got all these controls in here. Once you turn it to AC, it should start blowing straight out the vent. And if you put it on defrost, of course, it's gonna blow up here. I might be speaking gibberish or whatever, but trust me, it worked. Them some new springs I'm about to get put on. Shout out to my boy Lundy. Gave them to me for the free ski. He said he's not gonna use them. Anyways, let's get back to it. So this right here is what controls the vent. These are vacuum lines that controls it. So if you got a cracked vacuum line, guess what? Fine and dandy, I had one cracked too. So let me try to get in here for y'all. So you see this piece right here? So this is a vacuum line, this white line right here. You want to make sure you can see it. I replaced that little relay down here too, brand new relay. So if you got a cracked line or if it's a cut in a line, just get you some hose from like a water hose or a gas line hose. I think I use like a 1/4 inch, either a 1/4 inch or a 5/16 hose. And then I put it in between. So my line was cut, and this the line, the white line is the one that controls the vent. So I had to put this on there. I didn't need to put a zip tie or nothing, and it just automatically worked. So if yours cut like mine was, just go ahead and snip it and then put that hose right there. That hose gonna bring everything together and make everything work. I don't know if y'all wanna see it running or not. I can start it up and show you the AC on, how the car acts and stuff like that when it's on. But that's pretty much it, man. So if you like that video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. This car reviews by KJ, and we out. Next video, well, next little setting probably be me turning the car on so y'all can see it doing this thing. I'll let you. All right, we're back. So my neighbor's bumping again, so I'm gonna try to make this car as loud as I can. It is warm, so. All right, here we go. Let's turn on my Bluetooth. So, you hear how it cranked up? The compressor about to get ready to kick on. Let's go catch it. Here it comes. There you go. See how I was saying that spin? You want that to be spinning. Say good AC about to come in. This gonna start dripping right here too. Yeah, it's cold, ice cold. Barely even started. You can see it defrost. That's that condensation coming in from it being hot outside and cold AC. Yeah, we good. The AC hitting too, but that's how you do it. Cause without that white line being connected with that piece, these vents won't be working. It'll be blowing straight out the floor. It still blow out the floor a little bit, but most of the air coming from right here. I don't know how I can show you. Let me see. Oh yeah. That ain't gonna do it. It ain't that strong. See it a little bit. Well, It ain't that strong, but trust me, I can feel it. All right, y'all. On to the next one.